Morning. We're starting out mostly sunny and a little bit cool this morning. It's 53 degrees in Springfield, upper 40s at Lake of the Ozarks, Rolla, and Fort Leonard Wood. By dismissal, a warm temperature of 74. Showers and storms arriving to the west by dismissal time coming through Springfield during that evening commute. Flash flood watches are in effect for Springfield and areas to the west with some heavy rain likely with these rounds of storms. A high risk of severe weather in parts of Texas and Oklahoma today with strong and violent tornadoes possible there. We're on the edge of this severe risk. Our risk is much less extreme, but we're still looking at a threat for damaging winds, hail up to golf ball size or greater, and flash flooding. Our threat along and west of Highway 65 in this enhanced risk here in the orange. That's where I think our tornado threat will be the healthiest. So again, all modes of severe weather possible by this evening with an isolated tornado threat tucked to the south and west. The timing will be late this evening after about 4 o'clock, and we'll keep an elevated flood threat because our soils are already saturated. So hour by hour, not much going on until about 4. The line of storm sets up this evening with a push of damaging winds along that line and maybe an embedded tornado. Then we're looking at some showers by tomorrow morning. Another line comes through tomorrow afternoon with the same all modes of severe weather possible. An enhanced risk includes all of the area. Joe, Lauren.
Here's what's making news now for you. An effort to take on sexual assault in Springfield. A task force is working to come up with new ideas to help victims. Some members of this force will work with them in sexual assault or domestic violence fields, or are just citizen advocates who are victims themselves. The focus of this is narrowed to things that the city council can directly address. Lisa Farmer with Harmony House explains the 3 specific areas that this will focus on.
We think we need more research. We have a lot of data out there, but it hasn't really been analyzed in a comprehensive fashion. So what does our local data about sexual assault tell us? What can we do to prevent or mitigate victim fallout? That's the second area. And then the third is education, community education and responder provider education.
The next task force meeting is May 30th at the Bush Building, which is open to the public.
Coming up tonight, another city council meeting, and there are 3 big topics we're expecting council to vote on. The first is the substitute medical marijuana issue, looking at zoning regulations for medical marijuana facilities in Springfield. Secondly, the Eden Village rezoning request, which aims to rezone 5 acres of property on West Division. And last, changes to strengthen chronic nuisance property abatement to enhance recovery costs. In some more local news, the Springfield African American Read-In is working to expand the presence of arts in our community. Telling a People's Story is the first major museum exhibit devoted to the art found within African American children's books. The exhibit is currently on display at MSU as a way to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Springfield African American Read-In. Executive Director for the Springfield Regional Arts Council, Leslie Forrester, says the arts make it easier to connect communities.
We want to be able to see people who look like us, who represent us, who are truly speaking a language that we can relate to. And that applies to people of all ages. Kids want to see superheroes that are like them. But it also gives those of us who might be of a different culture an opportunity to learn about somebody else.
Forrester says the council's mission is to transform lives and enrich the community through the arts. The Telling a People's Story exhibit will be on display at MSU until later this week.
We move to some political coverage for you this morning. Over the weekend, President Trump announced changes in the trade war with China that'll impact many states.
Our Hannah Zettel joins us now with how lifted tariffs will impact Arkansas. Hannah?
That's right, Lauren and Joe. Last week, President Trump announced the U.S. is lifting some tariffs on goods from both Mexico and Canada. The Trump administration announced $200 billion in new tariffs on Chinese goods, with China responding with $60 billion in tariffs on American goods just 3 days later. That includes steel and aluminum. The move clears a key hurdle from the Trump administration's replacement for NAFTA, but the ongoing U.S.-China trade war is still leading to major setbacks for many Americans, including farmers in Arkansas. With the 2020 election inching closer every day, members of both parties are aware this will be a key issue when voters cast their ballot.
Yes, the tariffs are burdensome and they're very hurtful to the agriculture community. The question is, are they worth it? Is it a worthy sacrifice? to balance out the trade, prevent China from growing into a stronger competitor, both economically and militarily.
The Department of Agriculture says it could make upwards of $20 billion available in a second round of assistance meant to offset farmers' losses. But the president and members of Congress who support the tariff say farmers understand his position and are willing to wait it out.
All right, Hannah Zettel this morning. Moving to some medical news for you. 2 small towns in Missouri are trying to help when it comes to developing the medical marijuana industry. This is according to the news leader. Waynesville in Pulaski County and Kennett, Missouri, which is in Dunklin County, are both looking to offer up city-owned buildings as potential locations for medical marijuana cultivators and distributors. So far, Springfield officials say the city government is not making any specific efforts to aid in that development so far.
The Missouri Job Center is hosting a job fair this morning to assist recent or soon-to-be graduates in the healthcare field. It's part of America's Promise grant, which provides $3 million for tuition-free training for healthcare-related fields. 11 local healthcare providers will be on site to talk to graduates and possibly conduct interviews. While the event is hosted for recent grads, it's also open to anyone interested. It's going on from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Don't forget your resume.
Around the Ozarks, the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office will join law enforcement statewide for an aggressive click-it-or-ticket mobilization to crack down on seatbelt violations around the state. 6 out of 10 people killed in traffic accidents last year were not buckled in, and Missouri has an 87% seatbelt use rate, which is lower than the national average. This campaign is going through June 2nd.
And putting crime into focus for you, a man who was arrested in West Plains last month after a shooting is expected to be in a Howell County courtroom for an arraignment this morning. Charles Moorhead is charged with assault in the first degree, armed criminal action, and unlawful possession of a firearm stemming from an incident on April 12th. That's when a man was shot in the torso. The victim had just arrived at a house in West Plains when Moorhead opened the door and shot him. West Plains police took Moorhead into custody a few blocks from the crime scene. We also have one major Google trend that we're following this morning. Some breaking news out of Alabama. In Auburn, police are on a manhunt for someone who's believed of killing 1 officer and shooting 2 others, one of which we know is in critical condition. So They've issued a blue alert, which is what happens when an officer has died or has been wounded, and they need help from the community finding this person. They believe it's 29-year-old Grady Wayne Wilkes, and they believe he's a threat to the public.
And breaking news going on overnight, right?
Yes.
Okay, so watch out for that. Of course, we're wrapping it up here on Daybreak. We got the new CBS This Morning team starting up in just a few minutes.
Yeah,
right?
You'll likely see that story, and you'll have them, Tony DeCopel. You won't see Nora O'Donnell. She's moved to the nighttime.
And Anthony Mason instead of John Dickerson, so there's that. One last check of our forecast, though, from Elisa Raffa before we get out of here.
Lonnie Quinn also on CBS This Morning tracking this, possibly the worst severe weather in 2 years. Many schools in Oklahoma and Texas closed today because of a likely tornado outbreak. 74 degrees by dismissal. Showers and storms arriving locally to the west late with a risk for damaging winds, large hail, and an isolated tornado. Another severe threat by tomorrow afternoon.
Thanks for waking up with us to start your week. We're taking a look at sunshine down in Branson. We'll see you for an update very soon.